Howdy there. So a couple days ago, I watched Secretariat. It was okay. I'll go ahead and give it an 8. Fine film, really. It's about basically the life story of a horse, of Secretariat, the Triple Crown winner, one of the only horses to do so. It's also about the life of the owner and the trainer. Not so much, I mean, it varies from time to time, but basically it's about the horse, I think. I'll give it an 8. I rented it for 2 reasons. One reason, John Malkovich, the name right there on the box, one of my favorite actors, and the 4-star review from Roger Ebert, a movie critic that I've read since I was a very young man. So that's what got it home. My basic beef with this film is it's too schmaltzy. It's too glossy. It's too hallmarky. And really, it's a Disney film, so I could say it's like too Disney-y. Everything's just a little too perfect. I think all of the acting is really good. Diane Lane is in it. She's very good. Who else is in it? John Malkovich is in it. Any other names? John Malkovich is always good. Always good. I'm trying to think of who else is in it. A lot of people I did not know. It's directed by Randall Wallace, a name I am unfamiliar with. Written by Mike Rich, a name I'm also unfamiliar with. If I had a problem, I guess it's the writing. Everything was just a little too heavy with the cliches. Way too heavy with the racing metaphors and horse metaphors and hyperboles. Sometimes I just thought they were laughable. Everything was just too engineered to make you feel a certain way, make you feel sad or make you feel happy. It was just way too sappy for me. But I am not made of stone, you know? I'm not made of stone. And even though I've been told I'm quite cynical, and perhaps far more cynical than you, the movie still got to me. You know, it is engineered and it felt engineered, but if it's engineered to do that, it's most likely going to succeed. And even by the end of it, I got mildly emotional, was feeling for all of the characters, even the horse, and I don't know. I, again, really enjoyed it. The film is gorgeous. I mean, it's really good looking. It's a period piece. It takes place in the late 60s and early 70s. And all of the costume design is great. The set design is really what stood out in my mind. Again, we get to see in the time of, the late 60s and early 70s, opulent wealth, pretty much. And I think that I think they nailed it. I thought all of the interiors looked perfect. Looked perfect. Very wealthy, but yet in that time period. Again, the set design really stands out to me in this film. The film just looked gorgeous. The costumes, it did an excellent job at establishing a mood and a set. I never felt like I was truly there, though. I always felt like I was an observer, never a part of something. And I think that falls to the writing. I think it was just far too cliched. I think we only get to see like little postcard moments of these characters' lives. And I could have used way more depth. Again, Diane Lane, the whole crux of the story is how she has to balance, this champion, world-famous horse with a family life. And the first half of the film, I think, kind of focuses on that, where the second half of the film just kind of forgets about it. Again, it kind of glosses over a lot, you know, and it feels glossy. We never get to see anything about John Malkovich's character outside of the track. We get to see him training the horse, being a part of that team, and anything else that happens other than that, if it happens away from the horse track or away from Secretariat, then you don't get to see it. He doesn't have a life. He doesn't have a character. Which frustrated me. I kind of... because he comes across as gay. And I thought that maybe Disney, being Disney, did not want to promote, you know, they didn't even show him with a boyfriend or anything. You know, they just showed him alone or with the horse, and that was it. So that kind of irritated me after a while. But still, I have to give the film an 8. It's well crafted. It's well crafted, and if anything, they just were overzealous with the emotions. Trying to be far too manipulating of the emotions, and I have a feeling that, say, you know, my mom probably cried like a baby watching this movie. You're supposed to. You pretty much have no choice. So I kind of admire that they can focus their talents to getting an idea across, you know, even if it beats you over the head with it. But again, the acting was all very fine. I really enjoyed all the performances. Again, the film looked gorgeous. And I think it's a cool movie. I mean, I enjoyed learning about, you know, horse racing. And an event that doesn't happen that often in a lifetime. So, again, an interesting movie. A good, quality, well-made. To me, it's a solid 8. You know, I could watch this movie again and probably enjoy it just as much. So I think that's important. A solid 8, you know. Quality stuff. Not fantastic. Nothing tremendous, but quality. Worth watching. Definitely worth a rental. So that's it. You know, that's pretty much all I got. That's Secretariat. Good 8. Thanks.